Louise, I am so happy to have you here today and to have this opportunity to share some of your incredible work around the brain-soul connection. I love the connection you and I have, and the work that we do in natural medicine. It's so exciting for me to have a sister in arms this way. But I want to show, what it is that you do because it's super unique. So I just want to say a little bit about you.
Okay.
Folks, today I am speaking to the wonderful Louise Swartswalter, and she is a naturopathic physician, and she is the owner of the Albuquerque Natural Health Center. And Louise also, in addition to this wonderful way that she helps humanity, she's also created a program called the Brain-Soul Connection. And so Louise, I want to show everyone your beautiful face, and I want you to give us a little feedback on what the Brain-Soul Connection is all about. How did this come to be? And tell us about it.
Oh gosh, it's great to be here with you. Thank you so much, Sarica. It's it actually stemmed from my own path. So how Brain Soul came to be was I got sick myself and I had to heal myself, and that's how I even became a naturopathic doctor. So first I kind of did all the physical body stuff. So I worked with my diet and I started juicing wheatgrass and took my supplements, and I saw quite a few natural people myself, natural doctors myself, chiropractors, acupuncturists, you name it, I was doing it just on my own path of healing. And I got a lot better just with the physical body stuff, but not all the way. And I realized I needed to the mental, the emotional, the spiritual. And then I even got just incredibly better when I started using both biofeedback and energy field pieces. And what I realized was with all the neurobiofeedback programs that I have, so I have 5 different neurobiofeedback programs now, that everything goes back to the brain. And so it actually ended up becoming what I do now, which I call my brain system, which has to do with body, releasing, aligning with spirit, integrating, and putting in a new program. So when we do the releasing part, and we're releasing the emotions, the trapped ancestral programs, just the baggage from the past, I developed a technique I call brain soul balancing, and you have an opportunity to get an ebook that's on my website with that. And so I encourage you to get that. It's just a free ebook where you can read about it and understand more of what I'm saying here. But it's that brain soul connection where there's things that actually get stuck in the soul body. And if we release it, it allows you to come back to your soul's truth. So it feels deeper to me and more succinct, I guess, than like EFT or tapping or other releasing techniques that I've used as well. I like them all. I think everything is wonderful. You and I know, hey, this works. Let's do this, and you see that there's a different tool for every person that you work with, and every situation is unique. But when we get back to that soul truth, it really sort of allows the person's gifts to shine. They show up differently in the world. It's really neat and more confident, more empowering, just more their truth. And I had a great conversation today with a new client who was asking me questions about this. And she said, how do I know I'm my soul's truth? And what if I don't like what I see? Cool question, right?
Wow.
And I went, wow, great question. And then I went, well, you can't not like what you see when you're your soul's truth, because not liking what you see or don't see is judgment. And your soul has no judgment. Your soul is the beauty, the gift, the that eminence, that who you are.
Yes.
What God created you to be.
Absolutely.
So anyway, that's what I do with brain soul balancing, and and that's how it sort of all kind of came to be. Was I was really seeking not just, first for my own health, and then I kept using different tools with my clients over the last 20 years here, and finding that the fastest way and the most complete way for healing was to address all the bodies together, not just the physical body.
And that's really, really powerful. And I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that one of the ways we can look at this is just that concept of what people talk about of, carrying your baggage around with you, this emotional baggage. And one of the things that is recognized in emotional freedom technique in traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic medicine, in the emotion code work, and most certainly in the work that you've created here, Louise, is the recognition that when we have something that we have to cope with, whether it's a physical strain or an emotional strain, it's something that we cope with it and we create a pattern around it. And that pattern maybe served us for a period of time, but now we've moved beyond that episode, and yet we're still carrying that baggage around with us, and it's not necessarily benefiting us anymore. And so the way I read it is your work is to help release that sort of noise in our field. Would you say that's about right?
Yes. There's actually a layer in the field called the Akasa. The Akasa layer is between the physical body and the electromagnetic body. And that layer, that place, that space, if you will, the way we heal that space is to use the power of the spoken word, or the truth will set you free. And so it is more of a finer layer of sort of the soul body, if you will, that allows you, again, to get back more to your truth, more to who you came here to be. It's really powerful. You'll see people's faces change when I do this work, and it's allowed me to help even entrepreneurs who are stuck, releasing their blocks to success. So, people, one gentleman made more money in 6 weeks after we released all those soul blocks than he did in 2 years.
Wow. That is brilliant. Yes, that is wonderful. But he wasn't being dragged down by a pattern any longer.
Right.
It was not serving him. It was originally to maybe protect him, but it wasn't helping him any longer. And to be released from that and to allow his essence of abundance to come forth, that is beautiful. What an incredible toolkit to have.
I know, it's a great tool to have. I love teaching this now, because if people have these tools, and they can always stay balanced and keep up leveling, in a sense, their life.
Yes. Yes, I do know. I think that is so wonderful. And, and I think that an important thing is that this is a powerful but neutral tool. This is a tool that no matter what someone's persuasion around religion or spirit or whatever, this is a tool that just goes across the board that way, correct?
Yes, absolutely. So it's not it's not affiliated with any religious group or anything like that. It's truly just the power of this. It's the words. It's words. So we get the words in the field that are connected to different traumas, something that happened at age 6, something that happened when, if you had a car accident, something that happened at age, and it's funny, I'm a school teacher. I taught school for like 29 years, and I could be releasing those blocks with someone, and the biggest one was a 3rd grade bully,
Wow.
And so it's really it's how the brain has accepted and had taken in the cellular memory of the emotions at that time that affect and cause what we call a little lesion in the brain. And so when we release that releases, I believe, and I'm even seeing this with Alzheimer's patients, is it's releasing the traumas in the field that help those people.
Oh, my dear, that is...
Okay, it's not just releasing heavy metals. It's not the physical body stuff. It's not, all of that stuff. That's a part of it for sure. That's why we have to do that piece too. But what I'm finding, I have a gentleman who just 3 times I've worked with him, and in 3 times, and he's got beginning dementia, his memory is better, his motivation is better, he's becoming more intuitive, he's more aware, he can express his feelings. It's all improving because we're releasing the traumas that are buried in the brain that he himself isn't often aware of.
Wow. That is it. That's one of the reasons why I think it's so important, no matter what your field, to sometimes bring somebody in to help you, because you can't see yourself. You know, it's that whole thing of, you know, why the player has a coach. They can't see themselves swing. And so, you know, having a tool like this, and having also, though, someone like you, and the training that you offer around this to help people see the shift within themselves, use it on themselves. Obviously, this is something that you have created and are sharing with the world, and it's an incredible gift. I want to make sure folks know how to stay in contact with you, Louise, because this is incredible. I know you've got a webinar coming up, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about that.
So I have a webinar called Rewire Your Brain for Success. So you're going to learn the 5 secrets, 5 steps to rewiring your brain and getting on your game. Wow. So that's coming up August 26th, and and we'll send you the link. You can get signed up. It's a free webinar, so you'll learn a lot. And I can never do anything without people feeling it. So you will receive a biofeedback session, in a sense, a mini session on that webinar, so you can leave differently. So my quest is always that you people leave differently. So that's coming up August 26th at noon Mountain Time. So love to have you on that.
Wonderful. And that's a for sure. And then the other is really nifty. You're coming to my neck of the woods.
Yes.
Yay. We're going to be doing a 3-day live event in Sedona, Arizona. And so tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, I can't wait. So yes, so I am coming to your neck of the woods, and I'm so excited to be coming out to Sedona. We've got a retreat, 3-day retreat, and I'm going to be teaching the success codes, which it's the geotran work. It's the codes that in the field. So it's the energy work in the field that upgrades your biocomputer, if you will. So if you think about your body, your brain as being a biocomputer, yes, because that's really what it is, we're going to upgrade that biocomputer, release the old patterns. It goes 7 generations back and 7 forward when we do this work.
Wow.
And what it's going to do is upgrade you to Windows 10 or Mac Pro. So it's just really just sort of shifting the field, if you will. So it's really amazing field work that was put together by my teacher, Dorothy Wood SBO, who happened to live in Sedona. And she's passed on. And so I'm feeling completely grateful in being able to come back to her hometown to offer this work.
That's going to be brilliant.
Yes.
And it's going to be all inclusive, correct? It's going to be everybody, you know, staying there on property together, enjoying meals together, and diving deeply into this work, correct?
Yes, and it's a beautiful retreat center. I'm so excited. We've also got an amazing yoga teacher coming. She travels around the world teaching yoga, so she's going to do some work with us, and a band that's coming from partly Georgia. They live in a couple places, but Georgia and my neck of the woods too. And they're going to be doing some drumming with us too. So it is all inclusive. So it's and people are going to like literally transform. Like I can feel it.
Yes.
You know, so it's transformational. When I first took that work over 10 years ago now, it allowed me to release the fear that I had and move out of my home office and start an office. Like without that work, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
That's incredible. You know, to have these tools that really elevate you to your higher life experience, you know, to get yourself out of your own way.
Yes. Yes. And so, and so I just love to watch what happens with my clients who have gone through the geotran work, the integration work, and I just keep using those codes every single day. That's how I eventually even purchased an office, I used the codes for wealth.
Oh boy. Yes, that is wonderful. This is such powerful, incredible stuff. I love this. And I'm so excited that we are getting to share your information here, Louise. This is life transformative. So beautiful. So excellent. I'm going to make sure we have all the links posted so folks can be connected to your work. And thank you so much, Louise, for taking the time to talk with us today.
Oh, thank you, Sarica. I deeply love you, and this has been amazing. And yes, we're just in this, we're going to think of it as a playground. We're in a playground of life, if you will.
Yes.
And the more we can play together and learn together, you do such incredible work there in Flagstaff. And so I know you have a great family of clients and community that you've worked with there, and they should be completely blessed. I know they're blessed, and appreciate your work too. And it is just, so the more we can all get together, I mean, that's what we're here for, right?
Yes, that's right.
Is to help each other and help the planet elevate. We're not going to do that unless we work on ourselves.
It's so true. It's so true. And we are just so fortunate to have these tools and for us to all be part of this synergistic community together. So thank you, Louise.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right. We'll talk with you soon, okay?
Okay. Bye. Have a great day, everyone.